Joe Rogan on when the strongest man in the world fought in the MMA. Let's get into it.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
They used to have the strongest man competitions all the time on ESPN.
Yeah.
Well, those dudes were like
so
holding on to
cool.
cars.
Oh,
They had the
those
cars
best
on the
of-
ramps.
Oh, so
The cross.
cool. Yeah, the big stones and Atlas stones. It was so great.
It was fun.
Yeah, I watched them all the time in the 90s. And then actually my dad was, in 1980 at the Playboy Club, he was with Bill Kazmaier when he did the silver dollar deadlift. It was
What's the silver dollar
He had
deadlift?
like 900 something pounds of these like clear boxes, and they were filled with silver dollars.
Oh, wow.
And it was super cool. And so there's like an iconic lift, and you know, Pops was like hanging out with those cats. But it's funny because there's like an old picture of him, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, he was obviously training that. I think he was partying pretty hard too. So he looked straight off of a ripper, and I was like, man, the 80s are awesome. He looked like he looked like Magnum PI. It was awesome.
Yeah, they were just learning things.
Oh,
It was
man.
the pioneer days, basically.
Jeez, it was so cool.
You always knew that if you were watching The Strongest Man, if the dude's name was Magnus, he was
Yeah.
going to fuck things up.
Yeah,
There's always
yeah.
some Magnus
Is it for
character.
Magnuson, a Samuelson, if there's some sons involved?
You know, one of those guys is fighting MMA. He's been fighting at Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Oh, I remember Maris.
Yeah, he went from being a strongman to being like
Terrifying.
a really good MMA fighter.
I could see that.
In the beginning, he was getting fucked up, but he
Sure.
tried to dive in right away. Like he tried to fight. God, he fought some good fighters like right away.
When Marius was at the height, because we used to do a lot with the Arnold
He
Strongman
fought
Classic.
Tim Sylvia. That's who
Oh
he
my
fought.
gosh, did he?
He fought Tim Sylvia like really early on. Like when Tim, so he
Yeah.
fought Tim Sylvia in his third pro fight, and he got the
Yikes.
fuck beaten out of him.
Yeah, well, that'll happen.
Like that was just.
But I never
Then he fought
forget-
Butterbean. He beat Butterbean. He lost to James Thompson, and he beat
Sad.
James Thompson. Oh well, no contest. It says. Yeah.
What a stud.
Fought Bob Sapp. That was when Bob Sapp was like taking some kind
Yeah,
of dives.
My buddy used to train with Bob.
Holes Gracie beat Holes Gracie. Yeah, he knocked Holes Gracie
Jeez.
out. Yeah, so he's got like a bunch
Yeah.
of like legit MMA fights.
Yeah, Pudzianowski was like one of the first guys I ever saw that was that big that had like vascular lats. So we were in the backstage, and it was kind of weird because like he was considerably bigger the year than before, and I think even taller too. I was like, this guy wasn't. I was just like, well, there you go.
How did he get taller?
I was like, that's why I was questioning.
He's
I was
on
like,
all kinds of
I don't
crazy
remember him being taller. Like,
That's
as
amazing.
My height, but it was
Homeboy
really
got
weird.
taller. Look at the
Seriously.
size
Well,
of that
yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he was backstage, and everyone was like big, but it was like Marius is in a whole different category.
Oh, he's a tank.
On
See if you
multiple
can find
levels.
him now, though. He's slimmed down considerably. He still looks fucking huge. But as an MMA fighter now, he's yeah. See there, see. Click on that
Yeah,
picture. No,
he's
the
still-
other one.
He's still terrifying.
Go. What above it? Right above it.
That's not new. That's old.
Yeah, but what year is that?
I don't know. It's clearly old though. 22.
Oh, because it's
22
blurry.
years old. Yeah.
Does it say
He's
that
on
it's
a
22 years
potato
old?
can.
2002.
Oh, okay. See if you can find some footage of him actually fighting. Maybe there's some. I'm sure he's got some highlight. There he is, right there. So he's on his knees. Oh, here we go. So he's still stiff, but he's got good
Yeah.
technique, and he's got a lot of power, man.
Yeah, look at the muscles on the back of his neck. He looks like one of those bucks during the rut when
Yeah.
their necks blow up really
Yeah.
big.
But at least like he's throwing correctly, hands up
Yeah.
high, and this is all technical work here.
Well, it's
But-
like Brian Shaw's been doing a little bit of sparring with Derek Wolf.
Oh Jesus!
How terrible is that?
What does he weigh? 390?
I don't know. I mean, I know he was up to 440 something at one point. My dad is actually who got him into strongman. He came by our booth at 18 years old, and my dad was like, "Hey, you're really strong. You should like get into this."
Yeah, he should be on another planet. You're too big. You're
is
too big
just-
for this planet.
Yeah, he was probably 240. When we
that
met
makes
him.
me believe in the Anunnaki.
Right.
You know, you
right.
see
There's actually
giants that are that like what happened?
100%.
How'd you get so big?
Those dudes. You remember Cleve Dean? You ever remember that guy?
No, who's he?
So he was an old, they called him like a pig farmer. He was the one that won the original World's Strongest Man, but he was an arm wrestling champion. And it was like all those old, like weird, it's like 440 pound, like just giant farmer. Yeah, there he
Whoa.
goes. Yeah, that cat.
Oh, why is that poor little fellow arm wrestling?
I mean, look how big that human is.
Jesus Christ! Look at his hand. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at that photo. That's Big Daddy Goodridge. It was an MMA fighter. Look at that. The hand holding the table in the front. Look at the size of that fucking
Wild, right?
thing. Yeah. If you could teach that guy how to throw a jab, he'd fuck a lot of people up.
I would like to see a fight between him and Andre the Giant.
Oh God,
That'd have been awesome.
definitely wouldn't be long.
Right. Did
Probably
you ever
can't
meet
go
Andre?
very long. No, I did not.
That'd have been cool.
Yeah, I would like to have met him.
Man, that is crazy though. Those are some really big dudes, and getting hit by them probably doesn't feel good. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you join us on the road to 3,500 subscribers. I'm gonna catch you on the next video. I'm gone.